Welcome to Girls Guts Glory,
the broadcast.
Did someone say broads?
If you like what you hear, be sure to rate, review, and subscribe.
And be sure to hashtag GGG Broadcast.
Previously on the broadcast.
in a way where, like, he's gonna fight you, but he wants to be destroyed.
Yes, but he's also trying to kill us, so I don't feel that bad.
That was so sad.
I wish we could have talked to him.
Nothing to see here! Having gone all the way up, following your senses, using a very fun little kind of magic marker that seems to have fallen into your hands, you were able to track down and figure out where Niles was. Somebody who most of you didn't even know. Most of the school didn't even know. But Rekid, being kind of having his ear to the ground and keeping his eyes about him, being both somebody who's of noble blood and also someone who's forsaken that and pretty much knows everybody here, high or low, told you about who this person was, and you tracked him down, and you found him in the shadows of the library, kind of hiding from the world, as he always did. However, the consequences of the choices that he potentially made were pretty alarming and jarring, having kind of witnessed a Jekyll and Hyde sort of creature, something that has been a cross between two things that were, it was almost hard to decipher even what the origin of his actual entity and being was, but it looked like a science project gone wrong. And so after having dealt with him actually in a fairly quick battle, one that he definitely fought hard against, but also in the same breath, there was some release at the end of him, and he had been vanquished and turned into dust. So you guys are currently in that library, about 2 floors up. Those kids looking down kind of just blinked twice and then just went back to their studying, not even glancing or questioning what was going on up there. And that's where we left off. So.
Well, we did that.
Yeah, we did. We might want to skedaddle.
Should we clean this up or something?
Yeah, what do we do with the body?
Well, all the dust, you mean?
Yes.
Oh, there's a window over here.
Oh, I feel so bad just shoving him out a window, though.
You just killed him. How can you feel bad?
What else are we gonna do with him?
We could mix the ashes into this candle, and then he's an everlasting flame.
I like that.
We could bring him down to the catacombs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
How?
Is
Going
there
to
any-
carry the dust?
Is there anything around here we could put it in?
Yeah, just roll a quick investigation check.
Like a dustpan or?
That's cocked. Hold on. Okay.
14?
Okay, so you're kind of looking around, and you catch 2 things. In the corner, there are some just, like, generic, sort of, like, boxes that they probably put or shipped books in that they would take out here and kind of store books in and bring them out. You could probably use one of those in order to kind of bring whatever the remains are of him. But as you grab one of these boxes, it's kind of small, so no more than about, I would say it's about 2 by 3 feet. You know, it's like carrying for like a large thing of boxes. You catch, as you're like kind of going towards his ashes, that there is something still like left behind in his ashes, and you kind of take a moment as you attempt to sift through it respectfully.
Is this?
And you pick it up, and it's just this like small little red like gold orb. It's very tiny. It's kind of glistening.
An orb?
It's like it looks almost like a pearl. But it's harder than a pearl, I would say, and it's more refined. It's like perfectly circular. You just catch that.
Does anyone know what this is?
I have 2 thoughts. We should definitely take this to Miriam. Maybe she's heard something about it, but also, I bet this is related to whatever happened to him. I wonder if everybody that made some kind of deal has this in them. Because it looks weird, is all I'm saying.
Was there any one of these when we took out Otherworld? No?
No. You guys searched pretty actively after that battle, and you had not found anything like this.
I say pocket it, and we can take it to Miriam.
All right, I take it
see
and I
what
put
she
it
says.
in my pouch.
I'm gonna try and scoop up the rest of the ashes into the box. I'm sorry,
You
buddy.
do. So Rekid kind of tries to help, and he even he's like thinking about his different spells and like resurrecting, but he doesn't think he has anything strong enough that would bring him back healthily as like he once was. So he just takes a moment. You can see he's kind of struggling because this is like his specialty. As you guys kind of put him in, and Rekid's kind of going through something right now in terms of just like a kid dying, like he's staring into the void.
I'm gonna go tap him on the arm.
Hey.
Buddy, you okay?
Yeah. Man, it's like the first time you've been nice to me. It's really nice. I appreciate it.
Well, yeah, that's fair. I'm sorry.
I mean, I know I come off as a prick sometimes, but
A little bit. So do I. Everybody does, you know?
but,
Everybody has
the
their
thing
flaws,
is, you're
but-
pretty. You're kind of cool.
Well, thanks.
You like no animals and things.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, more to the point, are you doing okay?
Yeah, kind of.
Because I know this is a lot. It's a lot for all of us.
Yeah, I'm just like seeing like people our age go away. Like it's just weird.
It's scary.
Yeah, we need to be. I just don't want it. That's why I'm doing this, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. All right.
Cool.
Maybe there's people more powerful than me. Maybe down the road. At least we got him, somewhere.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I think there are probably some other entities lurking around that we need to investigate
There was
and confront.
Trinity,
Oh, yeah, the Godwiz.
the Godwess.
Mm-hmm. And you guys know in about 4 hours time or so, maybe a little bit more, the event, we'll call it the Magi Fair, is occurring, which is the equivalent of that sort of like homecoming prom king and queen event, where there will be kind of like loud chants that occur, essentially trying to garner votes. It's like a last ditch effort after the canvassing and the sort of promotions that have been happening all day. This is kind of where it formally gets announced who's going to be wearing them crowns at the well, it's kind
Who's
of
running
it's,
or who?
it's who's running essentially.
court.
So it's the beginning of the whole event, but you can kind of tell. I'll say this much: usually at the end of the event, the top 2 runners. Sometimes there's a come from behind, but generally speaking, people work in droves here. So you guys have an inkling that both Special and Cobalt maybe are probably in the pretty much sure wins, but whoever that other person is up against them, that's really where you guys would go and kind of gauge. But knowing Trinity's submitted herself, thanks to your friends kind of sneaking in her ear and whispering to her at the dining hall, you have a feeling she's going to be there.
I have a feeling that it would be wise to not just go blindly into this situation. I think we need to gather intel and have a plan of action if, our ultimate goal is to take down any evil entities. We shouldn't just go in blindly and, willy-nilly.
Yeah.
We should really ask questions and try to figure out who exactly is under a dark influence and make sure that they don't come into power.
Yeah, and I think we should try and get Trinity on her own. Maybe we don't go in guns blazing like the party.
No guns blazing.
All right. Should we head back to the catacombs and bring our poor deceased dust there, and also ask Miriam about this orb?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've still got a few hours before the fair.
You guys have exactly 5 hours before the fair, I would say, and getting down to the catacombs will take a little bit of time. By then, that would
ready.
You guys could definitely take a short rest there if you guys need to like heal up or anything like that. But a long rest will not be possible. Just as a note.
Well, after taking that one out, I'd love to take a little rest if there's time before.
We'll have
this
a short
evening.
rest before the Magi Fair, and Druzilda, you and I can do our makeup.
So with that, you guys all decide to kind of go together with smiles on, even after this sort of event, you're trying to put that beside you and think of the more positive aspect of the fact that you have now gotten somebody else on that list, somebody else in that book. You're finding the leads. You're beginning to kind of hear the whispers throughout the school of who and what. Now, you still know there's a couple other people on that book that you have yet to get any leads on, but you have a feeling one by one you're at least finding some answers. So as you guys begin to make your way down to the catacombs, you get there. Miriam's happily in her library chatting away with Lettie still, and they're in mid-conversation about something absolutely bonkers. You guys walk forward. You hand them this box. Quite solemnly, you tell her the story of what just occurred, and she reports that she's going to do as much studying of this small little sort of pearl you found almost, as well as try to figure out ways to at least keep him safe and restore him down the line. She's not 100% familiar with that. She works with the dead. She's familiar with the dead. It's where she's most comfortable. So life is not her specialty, but she promises that she's going to work on finding someone maybe who would know more. So with that, I will say, you guys have any other questions for Miriam before you want to at least take a short rest, maybe in your room, your dormitory, your makeshift dormitory?
Not at the moment. I'm just feeling a nap coming on. I want to get a rest before tonight in case anything goes down that I need to be prepared for.
Okay.
Same.
Sounds good. So you guys all get back into your dorm together. Buck has been kind of keeping quiet and shying away from the world a bit, but the moment that he's in a place that smells familiar to him, he kind of hops out and he gets to kind of get cozy, and he marks a corner right away. With his probably last tinkle, since he won't be needing water or food for a while. And he kind of sits and gets cozy underneath some hay that you had made for him. It's getting, the sun is kind of dropping down now. It's still day, or at least where you believe the sun to be. Again, these clouds are pretty much it's overcast consistently. And you guys can roll for your temporary hit points if you have any, as you guys are trying to heal up. So you guys want to tell me how you're all resting up here? Because a couple of you guys are okay. A couple of you guys are able to kind of sit back and recharge. Your hunter's mark, I believe, comes back after a short rest.
I typically, when I take a short rest, I like to sing to myself just my little Arakokra songs and ruffle my feathers and, pick some of the feathers out that are dead and just prune and meditate a little bit.
I would love to know what this bird song sounds like.
Okay. Sounds something. It's not really words, it's more a melodic kind of just that sort of.
That was so beautiful.
Just improvisational singing.
Yeah.
So when you're doing that, Huck comes over and sits next to you, and he's like trying to act all casual and be like, does that have any words? It's real pretty.
No, sometimes I feel that words mix things up too much.
That makes sense.
Sometimes I just like to feel the vibration of a melody.
Yeah, I definitely know what you're talking about. Absolutely. Yep, 100%. I get it.
I'll sing to you forever.
Really? Oh, golly. Oh, gosh. That's awful nice. It's getting
Huck is blushing.
hot in here. He takes his hat off and he, fits himself. Did it get...
Something's happening over there.
Did it get real hot in
Yeah,
here?
so Starla, you're on the bed opposite as the two of them are talking, and you're overhearing this. It's not a huge room,
Mm-hmm.
And Buck is just sitting next to you with his arms crossed, watching this happen.
Starla also crosses her arms and looks over at Buck and looks over at them and is like, okay. Yeah. I agree. I think. Yeah. And give Buck a little pat on the head.
And he takes a moment, he looks, he gives you eyes, and then just looks back at Huck, very actively. And what do you do, Druzilda, as you're kind of healing up?
I'm bringing out my satin pillowcase, and I'm doing my very best to not roll over on my side so that I don't have pillow crinkles in my skin when I wake up.
So you take a nap, kind of, and you just close
A
your
very proper nap.
no snoring.
Absolutely not.
Stone cold
Never.
still.
Never.
Celine takes a less proper nap.
She
and
thinks she doesn't snore.
she
Right,
snores.
I heard her before.
Selena snoring by her sister in the bunks.
She gonna get dry mouth or something?
I think she'll be okay. I mean, she sleeps like this a lot. At least she's not drooling. That's always real funny.
But my singing is kind of like playing over the snore.
And even as you're singing and the snoring's happening, you can tell that Buck, it being day, also his eyes get a little droopy after a few minutes, and he kind of looks to you, Starla, and he just kind of kerplunks and falls asleep on your lap, and he gets stone cold dead, his tongue's rolled out one eye, and his eyes are behind it, rolled to the back of his head.
I give him little scratchies.
He's
like little pets.
stone cold out,
Yeah.
he's freezing cold, but you're kind of scratching him. He's cold to the touch.
Oh.
But he's still got his little fur.
It's a little vampire raccoon. he
Little
is.
vampire raccoon.
Buddy.
Vampire raccoons deserve pets too, okay?
So
Vampire.
some time passes as you guys, heal up or meditate or kind of just take tally of the events that have happened the last couple days. As you guys are doing this, you all awake or heal up after a full hour of time. You still have about 3 hours before, I would say about 3 hours now until the actual event. So if you guys want to do anything or investigate anything before the event, otherwise you can spend your time here.
Huck is gonna scoop Buck up like a baby and just cradle him in his arms like an actual child, and go over to Miriam while holding this little raccoon in his arms and say, "Have you found anything out about that little pearl?"
Yes, it's an interesting little thing. So, I have been studying it for the better part of an hour. From earlier today, some of my, I have to do certain rituals now since I spent some of my energy making sure that all of your items that you had acquired were, because I haven't truly slept since then. I've been studying quite actively.
Oh, Miriam, you gotta take care of yourself.
Oh!
I know you laugh.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you're our friend. You gotta take care of yourself. We care about you.
Oh, thank you. It's a friend is a word that I don't often hear. So Lettie has just been giving me all of her. She's also very tired right now. She's knocked out because we've been studying so hard.
Yeah.
But yes, it's a very interesting object. It doesn't have any sort of magical properties you can use it for, but it has an origin and a base in sort of transmutation. The attempt to make something. It's taking two sorts of magics and shoving them together. It's a combination of conjuration and transmutation, and it's almost a distillment of it. Almost, for better lack of terms. I mean, this is kind of disturbing in some ways, but like a kidney stone that had been almost compiled within the body as a fight against the actual physical ability. So something had happened or occurred with this little orb that has created a physical manifestation of rejection of some sort of experiment gone wrong.
Well,
I would recommend holding on to it, and she gives it back to you.
All right.
Just in case you ever need it.
The guy that we unfortunately had to take out, he was trying to fight whatever was happening to him, so he was, I guess, kind of half human, half demon.
So is that...
So Fahroot, so Huck had left with Buck and went to Miriam. You had not noticed, very subtly, Fahroot slip behind you and follow you down the hall after that moment, and Fahroot's head just kind of pops in as if he was listening into the conversation.
So is that the Ruby Pearl thing, is that responsible for making him into some sort of demon, or was he a demon first and that formed as a result of him becoming a demon? Do we know?
I think the latter. I'm not, Miriam, do you know?
Honestly, I've never seen anything like this in my life. This is magic that is very strong and very dangerous.
Is there someone else that we could seek out their guidance or insight to get more information about what this is and the nature of it? Any of the professors?
The only person I think who would have any information about this was Adwold.
Oh, well, he's gone.
That's too bad.
But it does make sense if this is a factor of him.
Yeah.
Maybe something went wrong or he was experimenting.
Yeah, I
There
bet
aren't
this...
any other professors here that deal with this type of magic.
There are a few, but they were all lesser. He was one of the highest ones. I don't think any of them would know. He was clearly experimenting with things beyond his abilities.
It's a magical kidney stone.
A magical kidney stone.
Yeah.
Hashtag magical kidney stone.
What's a hashtag?
I'm moving on.
Okay.
So you guys take that information, go back, and tell your colleagues, I'm assuming, about this. You guys also know that there's a main town if you guys want to gather any materials, but otherwise the event's about to go down pretty soon. So if you guys want to make your way back to the quad to see the precursor to the event, the sort of assembly and a gathering of folks, you guys are more than welcome to make your way up.
Why don't we head to the courtyard and just observe for a little bit?
Druzilda and I have been getting ready after our wonderful little naps.
Would you like more moon dust?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so traditionally
highlighter.
you do paint your face, you get really into school spirit. You can wear like flags or like have really cool like enchantments happen to you. So certain things go off for certain people when their name is called. So again, it's about creating as much of display and sort of glittery loudness as possible.
When Huck and Fahroot were talking to Miriam, Starla went over to Druzilda and was like, so I don't really know. I can do like disguise makeup, but I can't do like pretty makeup like what
Not
y'all
another
can
word.
do.
And I whip out my caboodle. Because I have one.
Yes, your magic caboodle.
Yes. And, oh boy. First of all, that hair.
What's
can
wrong
we
with my
do?
hair?
Oh, it's lovely. Such volume. Oh, I'm so jealous. But let's just put a little serum in and smooth those locks. And I make it like a super glossy, like 60s beehive. It's like really sleek now and very like beautiful. And there's still like
From a bird's nest to a beehive.
Yes, but I'm actually taking a literal bird's nest that was hiding in there and I'm putting on the top just off center, like one of those ridiculous British hats. And it looks adorable. And then plenty of moon dust for you in all the right places. And then and some fake lashes.
What? There's
And
All right,
Starla's
I need
eyes
you
are
to
like twitching.
please roll a this can be I would like this to be a sleight of hand check, trying to get those lashes on.
oh god. Okay.
They go right in your eyeball.
no, no.
Well, it's a 3.
It takes a better part of an hour for you to try to put these lashes on poor Starla.
Starla's eyes are twitching so much. It's making things very
So
difficult.
sorry, I've never done halfling eyes before.
Are they on?
Celine, what do you think?
So what you see as you look at Starla as Druzilda turns her around, they are the biggest fake lashes you've ever seen, and they hit, like when she opens her eyes, they touch her forehead.
I think you will be the center of attention.
Really?
You know what? Not the lashes. Scratch the lashes. And I take some elderwood oil to gently dab it off, and then in place to cover up the oil because now it's got that lovely sheen. I'm just gonna add a little bit of rupee dust.
Oh.
Oh, yes,
much better for your complexion.
Thank you.
I'm going to do
Starla.
something, and let me know what you think. And Celine touches her hair, and as she moves her hands down her long, golden locks, it just starts to glow, and I cast light on my hair.
Cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's definitely making a statement even within this room.
Never think of that.
Do you want glowy hair too?
Yes.
And I touch Druzilda's hair and make it glow as well.
Yes.
You're so beautiful.
You're so beautiful.
You're so beautiful.
It's like we're telling ourselves we're beautiful too.
Oh, exactly.
Yes, and so now with this beautiful hair, yours is down and flowy. How is your style, Druzilda, now that it's glowing with light?
Mine is swept all the way to the side and pinned with the pen, the magic pen. I'm
Nice.
hiding it in my hair for now.
Well, it's the perfect
now.
perfect length.
Plus, when I need it, I'm going to take it down and do a big whoosh and toss my mane. And all that
Noted.
light.
Noted.
Yeah. When I need the pen.
Yes, so if you guys have any other spells or tricks up your sleeve, but you also know there's a lot of kids who study enchantment who their specialty is kind of like trompe-l'oeil, you know, little fun things that'll go off that are non-consequential. So if you ever want to go and talk to the enchantment kids, they're probably gathering upstairs and everyone's kind of making their pockets and corners.
Is what's-her-face an enchantment?
Are you
Trinity
talking
or
about
special?
special or Trinity? Yeah, there's a couple of them now.
A couple of
Trinity.
Let me see. Trinity.
Also known as Middlesey's number 2.
Ooh, saucy. She studies abjuration. It's a different school.
Okay.
It's kind of the school that's like the protection school kind of thing. It's like they're kind of the forgotten school. The one school everyone's like, oh yeah, abjuration, yeah, all right.
The Hufflepuff.
The Hufflepuff.
Oh. Hufflepuffs are valid.
Yes.
Wait, is anyone in here a Hufflepuff? Okay. I don't
Former
know.
Hufflepuff.
Okay, okay.
But it's kind of like the school that you go to when you like don't really want to like study. Like they have some cool like higher level stuff, but like for the most part, it's like what you would take. You would go to abjuration if you're not that smart and you want to just glide through school real easily. You know what I mean? It's like everyone will pass abjuration as long as you show up and you try a bit. That's kind of it.
Oh.
So it's for dummies.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't need anything from abjuration. I have plenty of enchantments all of my own.
All right, sounds good. So, you guys head upstairs then, unless you wish to prep anything else. And right as you're walking in, there's already like decorations going up. Kids have probably been doing
Huck
this
and
for-
I are walking into the
Mhm.
courtyard.
Mhm.
Yeah, really bringing out all the stops, aren't they?
Yeah, this is real fancy. It's like fancier than most of the things I've ever seen. We didn't really have like big festivals back home.
No.
No, not really. I mean, every once in a while on like the harvest, you know, couples would get together in the middle of the floor and they'd like do little country dances, but it's all, I mean, a lot of the people here would probably look down on that.
Would they have a corn husking?
Where did you come from? Hello.
I've just meandered.
We just caught up.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, we have been here the whole time. I don't
Wow.
know if you realized we were walking behind you this entire time.
We did
Yeah, I
not.
knew.
Ladies,
We're
may
very-
I say, you look absolutely stunning.
You're all so shiny. It's
Why,
real
thank
beautiful.
you.
Your hair, I just really approve.
Thank you,
Druzilda
Fahroot.
covered me in glitter or
You look
sparkle.
real nice. You look like a little star.
Aw.
That ruby color on your eyes, it looks great. You should try that more often.
It's a
Oh,
real
thank
red.
you. It is. It's red.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice.
Thanks. It's red.
Yeah.
I'm not used to it. It's different.
And how about this lovely beehive hairdo?
Yeah,
From the
it gives me, like-
1360s, we're bringing it back.
It adds like 6 inches to my height.
Is it heavy?
A little bit. I can't move my head too much,
You look like
or
a
else
real
it's gonna
like
fall over.
proper lady.
Oh, I look like a proper lady.
Yeah.
As you guys are
Don't know how to describe
walking
that.
around, You very quickly catch that there's a couple of booths. These are kids who are trying to make like a little penny. This is kind of almost like students with their own personal Etsy's, right? Like they kind of make these little booths, and this is the sort of events that get them a little bit of money on the side if they're not doing some sort of study work at school. So you actually catch that as you guys are walking into the main hall through the main door. It kind of opens up from that hallway that you first hit into the quad behind it. In that main hallway, you catch a couple people that you've bumped into with stalls. Most interestingly enough, you catch Talia, who you had very quickly met, who has all of this beautiful sort of, it has this like architectural gold, and it's very heavy in design, and there's draped jewel headpieces. It's very lavish looking, and it's absolutely beautiful. In terms of silk saris, you see beautiful jewels, it's glittering. I don't know if you ever watched My Little Princess, but like in that flashback sequence or that forward flash sequence where it's just a room full of gold and purple and like red, that's her stall. It's very gaudy. Very Baz Luhrmann. Yes. But she is trying to sell some things to get people noticed, like sashes and beautiful gowns. Again, it's a lot of loud noise. You also catch, but it's all visual. It doesn't look like any sort of magics. You catch in the corner one of the boys that you had met very briefly, maybe even passing her at school in classes, maybe first level necromancy classes. This guy named Rock Toctel. Yeah, Rock Toctel. He is he's you guys don't know him very well. But like you can tell that
How do you say his name?
Rock Toctel?
Rock Toctel.
Which part is which name? Like, is it Rock Talktail or is it Rock Talk Tell?
It is
3 names.
Rock, R-O-K, Talk, T-O-K, Tell, T-E-L. Rock Toctel.
One word.
All one name?
3 different.
Different.
R-O-K space T-O-K space.
Oh, he's a
T-O-K.
three-namer.
That's kind of fun to say.
What's he got?
So he actually, kids have a line, like his is the busiest one right now. And he seems to be casting spells on kids, like enchantments on them. Like some sort of spell casting thing is going on with him.
Well, all I did was wash my face. I feel like I gotta do better than that. Everybody else is like all shiny and nice, and I just literally cleaned.
I brought extra moon dust.
I'll take some moon dust, please.
Are we all gonna be sparkly?
Oh, yes.
It's gonna be a group of stars. But I would like to go over to his booth and see if I can get something done.
Okay. So you walk over to him. You guys are gonna have to wait in line a little bit as you're talking. You know, he's got a pretty long list. And finally, after a couple of you guys had maybe spent about 20 minutes in line just trying to get to this guy, he finally gets to you. And there's a moment. It's just a simple black booth with a black backdrop and him in his hands. You guys actually know from his from his sash that he's wearing, he's a Hexblade pact guy. So one of those, like, you know, he plays rugby kind of guys.
Frat boy Todd!
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do like a little like...
Do the Todd!
Yeah. No, I can't do the Todd. Todd's different. You know, Todd is Todd. Can't steal Todd's thunder. Oh, hello. It's, real great to have you guys all here. What's up, huh? You're all looking great. You real excited for the game today?
Terribly.
Stoked.
Good. Speaking my lang. So like, what you in the mood for? I mean, I got things up the wazoo. I can like, give you some like real fun things, because I've been practicing on my own, you know? In between sports. Just general sports. I do them all. And,
the sports.
Yeah, you know. And like, I can do some real cool stuff that you wouldn't think I can do, but I can totally do it. Yeah?
Impress me.
Thanks.
Oh, no. I wasn't saying I'm impressed. I'm saying impress me.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, do you want like a newer one?
No, not for me. I believe.
Okay.
Sir Huck here.
Yeah, sure.
You got anything for a cowboy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
A cowboy?
Yeah.
Whoa. You know what? I come from a family of goat farmers.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
My family had like 3 goats at one point, and they were like awful mean, but there was one that was real nice.
That's so cool. I love goats.
Me too!
Do you want like a goat voice or something?
No.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry.
Something a little more visual, maybe.
Just lost my cool.
No, it's totally cool. You know what? It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like animals.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
right.
Here, I got something for you.
Okay, yeah. What?
And he's like, but you gotta be cool, because my pact's with the Darkwind, so like, I gotta use him.
I don't know what that is, but like, I'm real cool.
Sweet.
I'm
And
very
so he
cool.
takes a moment and he grabs your shoulder, and you can feel like a pulse of energy go through your right arm. As he whispers something, and you can see like his eyes kind of glow, like purple.
Are you
as
okay?
He like he's just give me a second.
Okay.
As he like does the spell and he finishes it, and he takes his hand off your shoulder and he kind of shakes it. And he goes, yeah, I think that worked. So when you want to use it, you can essentially like cast like gust of wind away from you and like make everything billow out, and then like your mouth will be full of like black stuff.
Whoa, that's real cool.
Again, it's like all for show and everything.
Yeah.
But,
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's pretty sweet.
That's real rad. dude.
Thanks.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Oh my god.
Been working on it. So if you have like anything to throw into the
Oh yeah.
Bowl
How
here.
much do people normally? I don't know. I don't really do this.
it's all we all don't want to it's like it's all based on charity. So I can't say how much, but like a solid 10 gold would be good.
Yeah, okay.
5.
Yeah, I'll give you 10.
Oh, that's a
Thanks, man.
Huck doesn't care about gold.
Druzilda's
might-
not impressed.
Might
By the
you
way.
have anything for an Arakokra?
You're like ethereal.
Thank you.
I learned that word recently and I was trying to find a reason to use it. So,
It
Hey.
applies.
like, what do you know what? Like, do you want me to just get like creative?
Oh, wait. I have an idea. Can you make his feathers shift colors in different lights? Like, in 1 minute it kind of looks blue, and the next it looks like purple,
Ooh,
and then
sort
another
of like
light, it's
camouflage.
yeah, it's like
feathers.
a gold underneath or something.
Oh, you know
that
what
sounds
you know
very
what
cool.
I that's pretty like specific and everything,
Oh, okay.
and like my stuff's more like death related and like
Sure.
metal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could probably do that, but it would be my take. Is that cool?
Mm. I might take a lap around and see what other things that the other magicians have to offer.
Yeah, sounds good. No problem. I
I
can
might
only
come
do certain
back.
stuff. Well,
Sure.
I hope I gave you something sweet. Use
Yeah.
it. Make sure you use it. Just like actively think about it when you want to cast it, and
Okay.
it'll happen.
Okay,
All
cool.
right.
Oh my
Have a
gosh.
good one. Bye. No, I got more customers. Sorry. All right.
Sorry.
So he like skirts you guys around. Anybody else want anything from him? Any sort of embellishments?
No, but
There's-
I'd like to go to Talia's stall.
Okay, yeah. Talia's doesn't have anybody there. She has her feet kicked up. She's kind of casually looking around.
I follow Druzilda.
Oh, it's good to see you. Hello.
Do you have anything that can turn my nails into garnets?
And if you remember, she's a tabaxi. She's very elegant. She's a cat girl. She grabs your hand. She looks and. So what are you thinking? What do you want? Like in terms of style?
Oh, I just want them to be the most dazzling garnets for nails that anyone's ever seen. That's
I can
all.
do that. Yes. 1 moment. And she grabs your hand, and her nails. She's a cat lady, and her nails look fantastic. They're like gold, like long gold spokes. Essentially, this is why you walked right on up to her. But she takes a moment and. What color did you say you wanted?
Garnet. Now I'm getting nervous.
Okay. And she takes her hand as she pulls like kind of this like magic spell over you. It takes a moment, and she's kind of you have to keep your hand still as she kind of inserts this magic into you. But what you get are these long, beautiful garnet nails that are actually
Celine!
and they're see-through.
Oh
Beautiful.
my goodness. How much was that?
How much is it?
You can donate to somewhere between 5 and 10 gold if you wish. Now the thing is, I have an extra thing if you do the 10, which would be very good fun.
What is it?
Well, let's just say that those things, if you think about it, will become much bigger if you want.
Is there a way to save the large enhancement for later?
Yes, of course.
All right.
Yes.
How long do those last?
Oh, only an hour. Not too long.
But darling, I need these for to go with my dress,
Oh, if you needed it for...
so I can save it for later. Is what
Just
you're
come
saying.
back and visit me again if you wish. No, your nails are this today for the event. But if you wish to come, I do nails for also what's it called? The
Magi-Ball.
Magi-Ball, that's it, yes.
Okay.
I would like to have my nails done as well. But I want mine to be like galaxies on my fingers?
I can do my version of that if you wish. It will be purple.
Okay.
Only have so many, darling. And she takes your hand as she crushes like some sort of spell casting device in her right, and she casts it out. As she pulls out your nails, it's almost like stars, just stars mixed with like a purple black drop, and they're all glowing and they're twinkling.
Oh, Celine.
This is exactly what I wanted.
Oh,
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for your service. So 10 gold because I think you guys get the enhancements, right?
yes, I'll get these. And I give her 20 gold for the two of us.
She nods, thank you, and then kind of kicks her feet up as you guys leave. There's also stations with druids. Now, right now, the druids are most actively going around. They are currently the decorators of all different schools. And you can tell that they're actively casting their cantrips to decorate everything. So they're the ones who are kind of like summoning, like they're all in the quad right now, like helping build the stage out of their druid craft. You can see a lot of these things are probably going to have to go away after a certain point, so they want things that are based on the earth, so that way they're easily stripped away. But they're building this like stage, and there's 4 of them in the quad, so the quad is square. There's one on the north side, the east side, the south side, and the western side, all 4 corners. And this is kind of the locations that people might step onto, and then there's like cheering, there's like contest cheering, and sort of like 4 different stages where the loudest will be heard. So there's rounds of that. From the whispers that you can hear, 8 people have been nominated, so there's probably going to be 2 rounds of people going up on these stages. However, because 8 were nominated and usually there's less, they're saying that for time's sake, maybe just 2 people per stage, or they're panicking. The druids are everywhere, but you guys pretty much can walk into the quad and it's like druid station. There's probably about 50 to 80 of them working. They're like the crew for a theater right now, bustling around.
Wait, what are the stages for?
So what happens for this? So it's a fair essentially. When you walk into the main quad, on the outskirt of the quad are like stages being kind of built. So everybody who's running goes up on them, and there will be cheers and speeches. You make a speech for the reason why people should vote for you, and then people will cheer. It's almost like a loud person contest, like a homecoming, like a loud shout as loud as you can and be heard. From there, in the middle of the quad, there are food stalls and rides. So there's like druid rides. Like there's like a druid vine Ferris wheel being built. Whoa. It's not tall. It's like, one of the smaller ones that you could get at like the small high school fairs. But it's really, really beautiful, and it's done with roses. And you can see it's starting to like get fully resurrected. Erected, not resurrected. Erected.
Is there anything that looks like a log ride, like a Splash Mountain-esque sort of?
There's nothing quite as intricate, but I will say that there's a fun house. There is a Ferris wheel.
Make me look fat.
There's a Ferris wheel. There's like the equivalent of what looks like bumper cars, but they're like toads, like they're frogs made out of wood that are like all hitting into each other. There's like magic cotton candy, which is just cotton candy with no calories.
Oh yes,
that's all it is.
Well, what say all of you that we go get some magical, calorie-free cotton candy, ride the Ferris wheel, get a lay of the land, and look for Middlesies number 2.
What's a calorie?
Darling, calories. They're what make you look the way you don't want to look, unless you want to look that way.
Druzilda taught me all about calories. They're very important to look like we look.
I don't know what any of it is.
I don't know either, but is it gonna make me taller? Because that might not help.
Is it something you eat?
Neither of you need to worry about it.
Okay.
All right.
It's an energy unit.
Okay.
Anyway, I think that is a wonderful plan, sister.
So anyhow, you guys begin to walk into the main quad area right at the cusp of the event starting to really kick off, as finally all of these rides seem to be running. The druids start to go to all of their respective areas to run the stalls and the rides and the stages as people begin to gather for the Magi Fair.
Next time on the broadcast.
Do you need a chaperone?
No!
How did it do that?
Is that magic? Huck's been spending a lot of time with Fahroot, and I don't really know how to feel about it.
Where are you going?
I gotta go heal him. He's hurt real bad.
Hey, I'm Kimberly Daugherty, and I play Celine Tessar.
Hello, I'm Ali Gonino, and I play Fahroot Ajalik.
Hi, my name is Alice Gretchen, and I play Druzilda Slendron.
Hi, I'm Erica Fermina, and I'm playing Starla Highhill.
Hi, my name's Rachel Seeley, and I am playing Huckle Oakley.
And I'm Kelly Lynn D'Angelo, your dungeon master and woman of many faces, creatures, and things unknown.
I'm Richard Quiner, and I produce this podcast in partnership with Wizards of the Coast.